All right, hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here. That is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City, and I am about to look at the date, not the temperature, on my watch. We are recording on Sunday, February 19th, not Sunday, February 44th, which would be the temperature right now.
Oh shit, before we go, I just realized my computer's not plugged in. Hang on one second.
Oh, it's gonna die. All right, we just edited 10 seconds out while Jake plugged his computer in. If you are listening on Chicago's Comedy Scene Radio Network, hello.
Hello, Chicago.
If you are watching on YouTube, sorry we're ugly, and let's jump right in. Did not send you this because it just happened, and this is going to be awkward on my part, and I apologize to the family. Richard Belzer died today.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly, it's one of those things where I hate to say this, the inappropriate part, but I didn't know he was still around.
Yeah. It says here 78.
Yeah.
Wow, that's too bad, man.
Yeah, he was a good dude. I liked him. I just liked him in general as a person on Law and Order. So this one goes out to you, Richard Belzer. Let's try and not say cunt too much in his honor.
That's true. And I'm shocked that he outlived Richard Lewis, because holy shit.
Yeah, well, there you go. That is a good call. Good point.
The other way around. I'm shocked that Richard Lewis outlived him.
Wait, I thought Richard Lewis died years ago.
No, Richard Lewis is still alive, right?
Oh, well, let's find out. Let's Google Richard Lewis. Drum roll.
Yep, he's alive.
75 years. All right. Well, there you go.
That's right. He's the king of the Richards now. There can be only one.
Now he's Highlander. Now I apologize to the Lewis family, because if I didn't know Richard Belzer was still around, I actively thought Richard Lewis was dead. So,
dude, had I not caught my undiagnosed dyslexia, you would have just kept going and been like, yeah, dude, he's dead. I heard Jake say it on a podcast.
We should just turn this whole podcast into a who's alive and who's dead that we don't remember which state they're in. But that was
yes, life and death, a misinformation podcast. Screaming nowhere Neil Young will do.
All right, let's jump in with the first, and I dare I say it, the smallest news story of the week. I say smallest because Nikki Haley announced she is running for president. And when she made her announcement, and I looked as I'm, I check news every day, just several times a day, just looking for anything to talk about, write about. On the day she announced, it was not the number one story on I think, did I get it off CNN? It wasn't the number two story. It was the fifth hidden down, sort of like if the space shuttle explodes, that's the big headline. And a semi-truck overturns in Baltimore, that's like down in the corner of this was the down in the corner. Her announcing her presidency did not make waves. That does not bode well for her chances when even the announcement, I mean, even if you don't think she has a chance, the announcement should have at least garnered, holy shit, she's going after Trump. Republicans are going to challenge Trump. Everybody says DeSantis, but for her to jump into it, you think that would have been bigger news, but
yeah.
No.
It was actually, it was third. She was fifth. Third was Trump's angry response to Nikki Haley running. So it's like, well, that doesn't look good. She's screwed.
Because he gets all the press.
Yeah, it's just his reaction to whatever she does.
Right. That comes above the actual announcement.
Yeah. No one's even going to see her campaign commercials. The only things that people are going to see online are just 5-second clips of her commercial followed by Trump going, loser. You know, and just another 10 seconds. She's so disloyal.
Whatever nickname he gives her, that will make more press than whatever policy statements she tries to. I am running on a platform of lower taxes and high employment for everybody. And that'll be dumped down between after Trump nicknames Nikki Haley. I don't know, something absurd that
he's all in there. It's going to be vaguely racist. It's going to be like Slumdog Thousandaire or something like that. It's going to be ridiculous.
See, that's better. I actually stopped talking because in my brain, I started going somewhere racist. And I'm like, well, I can't say it because then I'll get canceled, even though I'm speaking in character of Trump. But Slumdog Thousandaire, that he's gonna call her
Yeah.
Slumdog something. It'll be
Yeah, you threw me on that grenade like a PFC in World War II who's gonna get a chow hall named after him.
Yep. By the instant I started saying he's gonna give her a nickname, my brain went, and it'll be racist. And I said I should stop talking, but you took that baton and just started running.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
slowed down, and you're like, no, I got this.
Yeah, 100%. No, I do like that when she announced, she had like this campaign speech where she said America is not a racist country, and then the next day Ann Coulter's like telling her to go back to her own country when she was born in South Carolina. Like it's like, yeah, it's maybe not overall, but I can tell you definitely which party they're all in. I can tell you definitely which news channel they like.
America's not a racist country, but we got pockets,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the people that I'm trying to get to vote for me. Like my base. Other than my base, it's actually pretty progressive.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a road analogy. I mean, this road is nice. There's some potholes, and
Yeah.
but
It's a giant pothole that says Haley 2024. That's the only real pothole that I see.
and it's on the property of the Republican Party. They're the ones that
Yeah.
sort of turn a blind eye. I was like, I can't remember
They're
exactly
making
what
a
it
run
was.
with the campaign slogan Haley 2024, one of the good ones. It's like, no, you can't. No, I'm not doing this.
Well, when it was, it must have been Mitt Romney or Trump, one of them, where they said we need to diversify our base. No, this was back with Obama. This was back because Paul Ryan took a photo of him and all his new congressional staffers, and it was just white as snow. There was not a single diverse face
Yeah.
in the entire photo, and that's what everyone was commenting. I was like, look at all those bright young white people, of which you and I are, Jake. So we can't slam Whitey too bad because we're hunky Americans ourselves.
Yep. Who's what photo was it? Was that Obama or who was that?
It was Paul Ryan. They were because
Paul
Obama got elected, so the Republicans were trying to say, "Hey, we're diverse too." And Paul Ryan, was he speaker? Well, he was pretty big in
Okay. Yeah.
speaker. But either way, he took a picture of with his new congressional staff, and it was just all young hunkies.
To be fair to Paul Ryan, I don't even think that's so much like him turning away all the people of color. First, you got to find people of color who like Paul Ryan. You know what a fucking tough job that is? Nikki Haley was already running for governor at that point, so she couldn't do it.
They could have brought in Matt Steele. He was ahead of the RNC back then.
Yeah, somebody.
Hey, Matt, come stand next to Paul. All right.
just act like you lost in the background so we can kind of, just in case they try to dick us over with this picture later.
All right. We talked. Let's stay on politics for one more, and then we'll stop politics. We talked about this in passing a while ago, but holy shit, there was another text dump from Fox News anchors Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and then Laura Ingraham in the Dominion lawsuit against Fox. Dominion is saying, "Hey, you slandered us. You lied on air about how election 2020. Geez, I'm getting it all wrong. 2020, our machines work. You lie. You know you lied. And now all the texts are showing that Tucker has a text where after Fox called Arizona for Biden first, he started going on the defensive or offensive and saying, we need to be really careful here. We have to watch out for our base. If we piss Trump off, he's going to destroy us. And two, it was proven that when Fox was not right-wing enough for right-wing idiots that wanted their echo chamber, they lost viewers to Newsmax and OAN who would lie to them. Right. And Tucker's texting his producer saying, hey, we got to be, someone texted, someone tweeted, I'm sorry, someone on Fox, a Fox staffer, maybe an executive or executive producer tweeted, Biden won Arizona. That's all there is to it. Everything else is a hoax. And Tucker texted someone like, hey, you need to fire her or shut her up because we're pissing off our base. It's not about facts. It's not about information. It is about maintaining your audience. And I don't know. I think this looks really good for Dominion. If they say behind the scenes, we know we're lying, and then they go on air and question everything Dominion does, I don't think you can hide behind free speech on that one. I don't know, but it's
It's
pretty
a rough
goddamn
one. Yeah,
interesting.
I definitely think Dominion should get paid in this one. But I think any news organization that knowingly does this, like, look, I was in favor of that kid with the MAGA hat with the Native
The
American. You
little
remember that?
Nicholas
I
Sandmann
was in
asshole.
Yeah, I was in favor of that kid getting paid too,
Yeah.
because the fucking news lied about him. Like, what do you
Yep.
want? They knowingly lied about him because they fit his narrative, or it fit their narrative. He got death threats. And so, yeah, man, I think CNN and all those fucking guys should have to shell out a few bucks. I think the same thing with Dominion, because honestly, it's a bigger lie too. This lie could have fucking caused like civil unrest. I mean, not just some kids getting harassed. I mean, not to downplay that, but you know, this was you may make the argument that this had a big part to do with the January 6th thing.
Yeah.
And a coup kind of almost happening. So, and well, almost. I mean, it was a few thousand fucking knuckle draggers. You know what I mean? That looked like Walmart greeters trying to stage an insurrection. But like either way, shit like this led to it, and they did it knowingly. I mean, the thing is like a lot of these people that work at Fox, like they're not dummies. I mean, there's no Ivy Leaguers walking around going, well, I think Moderna might cause you to be magnetic. I look at my keys; they're sticking to me. I graduated from Harvard in 2015. Woo! Like that's not. I mean, they know what's up. They did it for money. They did it to keep their base.
And I mean, the thing with CNN and MSNBC, I don't remember exactly. I agree with you. That kid who was a little shithead didn't deserve to be lied about. I do not remember if they knowingly. I think they just jumped the gun. I think they took the picture and ran with it without any research. If I remember
they kept
correctly.
it going.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Day one, fine. Day one, fine.
Yeah,
but
and then
like
after that,
day 14 of look at this little racist.
I don't think there was
Native
14
Americans
days of
tried
it,
to
though.
beat
I
up, you know?
seem to remember it disappearing really quick, where they're like, "Oh, well,
it was going on for a good solid week or something, dude. Like they definitely knew when it was time to put the kibosh on it, because like they're like, oh, there's a full video out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was clearly, at best, they're not doing their due diligence.
Oh, absolutely.
It went past that, because it's like, well, hey man, there was more people at this thing. Are you going to interview one of them? It doesn't take a doctor in journalism to know, like, hey, maybe I should go talk to somebody who was at this fucking thing.
Yeah,
you know?
they went with one single picture, an image, and fucking ran with it because it fit their narrative. I mean, they just said, smug little asshole, Native American. It's the smug little asshole's fault. Blame him. Point the finger.
MAGA hat.
Look at his hat. Look at his hat. It's his fault. That bad. He got paid too much, but he earned it by.
I mean, I'm not saying he should get 17 times what a guy who a construction crane falls on and it paralyzes.
Well, he got some absurd like 55 million. He didn't. But
that happens
15,
when anytime anybody sues a big organization, that's what fucking happens.
Yeah. Well, and the whole point is, that was CNN and MSNBC just sort of like masturbating, like, holy shit, this is great. We're gonna go with this. Yay. This was just like, we know we're lying, and it goes on and on and on, where they're behind the scenes going, I don't believe Trump at all. Put him on the air because it's good for ratings. So CNN, MSNBC with Nicholas Sandmann, they're fucking assholes. They're wrong. Kid deserved to get paid. Here, if somehow this gets found in Fox's favor, that would be fucked up. Yeah,
I mean, because again, this is a bigger lie.
Yeah, and it's more deliberate. Like, I don't want to say that one's accidental. That was enthusiastic lying. Holy shit, we got this picture. Let's run with it. This is
they definitely
deviant lying.
Right. Yeah, it's much worse. They definitely kept it going with that kid longer. At a certain point, they fucking knew what was going on, but they're like, hey, we're getting a lot of ratings for this, and people feel this way about it. Let's just stay on this side of it, and they just kept it going. But yeah, we
might have even gotten it wrong on one podcast. The instant it hit the news, we talked about it, but by the next one, I think we probably said, "Ooh, shit's changed."
Yeah, we're also not investigative journalism, and once we saw the full video, we were like, "Yeah, these fucking assholes." You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of fucking assholes, we're not investigative journalists. We're fucking assholes, just talking out our ass online. So that's us.
You're different.
But when we fuck up, we self-correct.
Yeah. Not Don Lemon. Fuck that guy.
Nope. But if anybody is not, you need to look at these texts where they are.
It's pretty wild, man. And you can tell they think their own viewers are fucking dumb.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I says. They don't want to lose their own dumb viewers to Newsmax and OAN. And when Biden got in office, they said ratings turned around for Fox because they did what they did with Clinton, they did what they did with Obama, is they just went at him hard. No matter what he did, they take the opposite approach, and the angry people go, okay, they're back. And then they just sort of forget about all the Dominion election lie bullshit because, you know, they're just not talking about, okay, they're hammering Biden so I can watch them again. But right here, they're like, oh, here's the thing I was saying. After this White House correspondent Jackie Henrich fact-checked a Trump tweet that included false claims about Dominion. She tweeted, there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. And Tucker Carlson texted Laura Ingraham, please get her fired. Seriously, what the fuck? It's measurably hurting the company. The stock price is down. Not a joke. They're not interested in truth. They're not interested in facts or information. Stock price is down. She is hurting our bottom line by telling the truth. Get her fired. I mean,
right. And I'm sure you might find similar things with this with CNN.
Oh,
the difference is with CNN, it'll be things about like, hey, don't tell them that Hunter Biden's laptop is real. They're doing it for like dick pics on Hunter Biden's laptop or something. These guys are doing it to where like they're trying to fucking like undo the results of an election.
Well, I'm going to get this wrong. Someone commented, and it was a great comment. It was just a user on I think my TikTok, or Insta, I don't, it doesn't matter. Someone commented that whenever the Democrats fuck up, it's usually a lie of omission and Republicans jump on it like it's the worst thing ever. But when Republicans fuck up, Democrats pointing it out is like pointing out the Democrats get called like I'm fucking it all up. Democrats fuck up.
It would be awesome if this was the correct transcript of the quote, just all the commas and everything.
I should go find it. All right, let's just move on because I fucked it up. Too bad. Jake,
but basically saying it's par for the course with these fucking guys.
Basically, yes, it's par of the course. You and I have talked about this in the past, not this country, but holy shit, Japan. This headline freaks me the fuck out for two reasons. One, holy fucking shit, and two, it's not even a thing. Japan weighs finally lifting age of consent from 13. So it's not even Japan says, hey, 13 is a little young, we're going to raise it. It's they're thinking about it. Japan is finally thinking about saying, maybe a 13-year-old can't really give consent and decide to have sex with an adult. Japan, the fuck is wrong with you? We look at you as the bullet train, got your shit together, cleans up soccer stadiums after your team plays, polite, bowing, wears a mask when you're sick society. But then there's the whole fucking hentai anime fuck kids porn shit. And age 13, Japan, what is wrong with you?
You know what was even crazier in that thing? It said that it's legal to sleep with a 13-year-old, but you have to pixelate her pubes. I'm like, what is this? How am I supposed to pixelate her pubes? This is wild.
Yeah, the whole fucking, you can create a cartoon that shows, a little tiny schoolgirl getting fucked by an octopus, but an adult porn star has to have pixelated genitals because that's bad. I mean, What a bizarre goddamn country Japan is.
They're FCC guys sitting there going, wait a minute, that lady getting the tentacles inside of her. Pixelate her pubes. This is gross, dude. What are you doing?
I know that conspiracy theorists talk about the new world order and the deep state running everything. Hey, lizard people that are in charge of the entire world that, we elect these puppets and prime ministers, and they're not really politicians, and they're not really. But you, lizard people or aliens or whoever is controlling, could you just sort of do a new world order thing that the age of consent is, let's just say 18 for safe, unless it's two 17-year-olds fine, 215, but let's just.
Oh, that's a good point, man. That are they saying like, well, it's legal if they're both 13, like. Or is it like a 45-year-old man could sleep with a 13-year-old?
45-year-old can find, and they're thinking of changing it to 16. So,
Kind of like a smoker's patch, huh?
Yeah, baby
Smoker's
steps to
patch
good
for
graces
pedophiles or
there.
something.
Yeah. The age of consent is 16 in Britain, South Korea, 15 in France, 14 in Germany and China. Germany, the fuck is wrong with you?
I do like the idea of one guy in parliament going like, listen, I am in my 50s. I've been sleeping with 13-year-olds like this whole time. I'm with you. I'm willing to work with you. You're gonna have to wean me off him. Like, can I sleep with like a sophomore in high school or something? Can I just for a couple years, and then maybe later.
Under current Japanese law, children at least 13 years old are considered capable of consent, meaning sexual activity with them is not considered statutory rape. My daughter is 10 years old. There is no fucking way in 3 years she's going to go from this little beautiful child that I have to take care of to someone that can make a decision like that. Again, lizard people, turn this into a worldwide thing. I know you control the planet. Fucking just make every country 18 and that's it. Unless you're two kids. If you're two teenagers, then that's one thing. But
yeah, also I know I've floated similar versions of this idea before, but
sure, because we've talked about it before. Because we're always stunned when we find something out like this. And again, I didn't know fucking Germany and Japan were so far down the. What the fuck is wrong?
It's pretty wild. What'd you say it was in Germany? 14?
14.
Yeah, and it's weird that's the second most fucked up thing that country's done in the last 100 years. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild. They're like, no, it's bad. It's like not even top 5 here in terms of, like a little while ago. But now, okay, if you're thinking about running for parliament in one of those countries, how about this? Instead of focusing on, I know
where you're going.
Border,
say it, preach it,
or the inflation rate or something. Just as soon as you get to that debate podium, every single question. Oh, what's my plan to deal with the global inflation? To fuck a lady my own age. Not like Parliament member Bill over here who wants to keep it 13. He wouldn't even go up to 14. He's a hardliner, this guy, And just any questions. Oh, my plan to stop these Chinese spy balloons. I couldn't hear you over the sound of me still not fucking kids like the incumbent. He's into 13-year-olds, What's your plan to fix the border crisis? To fuck a full-grown woman until the crisis fixes itself? Opposite of the incumbent's plan, opposite of his plan.
And I remember every time we do talk about this, when one of these countries pops up that we didn't know, because usually we talk about it in terms of states, American states that have fucked up, like, and I'm not going to say any states because I don't know them off the top of my head, but we found 13 or 14 in a state in America somewhere. And it's like, who is when you have like an Al Franken 1-page bill that just says no pork, no riders, right, no sneaking anything in. This just says the age of consent will now be 18. Yeah. Who is the legislator that's going, well, wait a second, and how does that person get reelected? How does that, like, no matter what their stance is on everything else, well, I like him because he lowered my taxes. Yeah, but he wants you to fuck kids. That should supersede everything.
Do you think they really are just trying to squeeze extra stuff in on the bill? Like, hey, listen, we can all agree on this bill, but also, they're starting to they're talking about stopping making the Abrams tank, and that's made in my dream. Can we do no fucking kids
and $1 billion?
Can we more no kid fucking, but more Abrams tanks? Can we do that?
Did you? I listened to a New York Times podcast this week, Tangent. I can't remember what it's called, but there is a boat that has been in development, and they've been putting out one every couple of years that was supposed to cost $200 million, and I guess they cost $500 million now, and they don't work, and the Navy doesn't want them. And the first launch, they started getting metal shavings in the oil, and it broke down several times on their debut launch, and so they had to tow it back, or they had to limp back into port. So they have, I believe, 9 of these boats, but they're all sitting in bays being worked on. They've never run a mission, and Congress just voted to keep them going. Even though the Navy says, can we stop making these boats? We don't need them. It's, you talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, stop sending money to Ukraine. except the Congress votes, well, let's just keep pouring money into this boat that doesn't work. The Navy doesn't want it, but no, the boat repair union, and this is true, the Teamsters that do boat repair lobbied to keep repairing the boats that don't work, that nobody wants, and it's down in Florida in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I love all this talk about how we gonna make this all fit under the debt ceiling. I don't know. Stop paying to fucking make shit that the military itself doesn't even want. Like, what are you doing?
And there's an airplane out there like that. Do you remember?
Yeah, there's all kinds of shit like that, or stuff that's basically obsolete. You know what I mean? Like certain types of planes, certain types of tanks that they just keep fucking building, even though they're using the new ones now. You know, and a lot of times for a lot of things that you may have used tanks in the past for, you can kind of do with MRAPs, you know, because it's sort of MRAPs in the middle of a tank and a Humvee, but they just keep making these fucking things.
Yeah, it's and then let's not even go into it. But yeah,
I do like the politicians on the right who are going, well, you know what's going on with a lot of the military spending is a lot of woke ideology.
Yes.
And learning about trans. It's like, yeah, really. That's why they have $1 trillion budget. It's all PowerPoints about pronouns. That's what you think is driving up the price. We're going to axe a lot of that if we cut those off of there.
No. The military, maybe just the Army. I could be speaking out of hand. I don't know how many branches it is. I'll say military is a blank generic term. They missed their recruiting goal for 2022, they announced. And so Tucker and a couple other Fox News said it's because kids don't want to join.
I've heard that one too.
The military is too woke. And it's like, the people that are going to join the military are going to join the military. And it's because they're too fat and they don't want to go off to war. I mean, kids look at
I love that you think that the reason that people that went over there, like myself, are going to tell their sons not to go over there has nothing to do with the 20-year war that we just got out of. That seemed to be just to make a whole lot of fucking contractors rich. I know why why we went there in 2001. I get that.
Yeah.
The little detour to Iraq for like 10 years, and then continuing to stay in there until 20 fucking minutes ago. That part. That probably is why I'm going to make my kid watch the remake of Eyes All Quiet on the Western Front with his eyes pried open, Clockwork Orange style.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to make him do that, like on mushrooms. That's why he's going to do that. It has nothing to do with woke ideology. Yeah. There's nobody is telling their kids not to go join that because they might have to be there with the trans person. It's the 20-year-long war, I think, that has a lot to do with veterans telling their kids not to do that.
Yeah, and when you look at the difference between the new All Quiet on the Western Front and what you experienced, not a whole lot of difference. They had trench warfare.
No. World War I was fucking brutal.
But I'm saying you guys there were mortars coming in. I read like the book. I can't remember John Krakauer, I think, wrote a book, or the other. But yeah, I mean, fucking, there were outposts in Afghanistan that got the fuck bombed out of them constantly. People came back shell shocked. PTSD,
oh yeah, but I never had to fucking like charge a line of machine guns.
Yeah,
like they were doing a World War I.
But it's still pretty shitty.
Yeah. I've had my truck blown up. I've been fucking shot at. You know what I mean? I've had an RPG blow up like right in back of me, like while I was dismounted and shit. I've had bullets whiz over me while I was dismounted. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a fucking.
But when it comes. All of that you experienced, when it comes to you having a conversation with your son, it will be, I don't know, you might have to call the colonel. I wouldn't enlist again.
Yeah. Every time I hear fucking fireworks on the 4th of July, I go, oh, gay shit. They're talking about gay shit somewhere in the military. I heard a loud noise. I thought maybe they were talking about some, I thought they were having another lecture with PowerPoints on why we can't say the word fag anymore. I thought that's why I freak out at loud noises.
I talked to a guy, this was in Shreveport, Louisiana. I talked to a former military, and we were talking about his service, and he was at one of those outpost bases that was he might have been a CB, the first ones that go in and set everything up and construction and try and build bases out. He said that when he got home, he had to sleep in the spare bedroom for 6 months before sleeping in the bed with his wife, because he he didn't want to stab her in her sleep. But then when he got with her,
I've heard of those guys, man.
yeah,
you
and he
know?
said, if you have to wake me up, now that we are in the same bed, if you have to wake me up, tap me twice on the foot. Do not, I mean, they would sleep with a knife because if someone would like, hey, wake
I got
up.
guys in my unit that came home so fucked up they killed themselves. I mean, just, you know what I mean? Like months and months, years and years down the road. But yeah, I mean,
but don't sign up for the military because it's too woke. And
because they might be, talking about preferred pronouns and whatnot. Right. They might have a drag queen read you storybooks. That's a real horror, you know.
All right,
I had a drag queen. She read me Green Eggs and Ham, and now I can't get it out of my mind.
Wait. Nope, stop. She read me Green Eggs and Ham. The horror.
No, that's what I was doing. I was getting there.
Oh, you were doing
yeah. I was doing Marlon Brando. It's just
Apocalypse Now, Marlon Brando. The
Yeah.
All right. I
she
hate
had stilettos on, even though she was taller than me. It was weird.
I hate to beat a dead horse, but we're going to talk about it again. I got a comment, and this one I'm not trying to do off the top of my head. I took a screenshot of someone who commented on one of my videos, and she said, and I was just talking about, I don't know if you saw this, Jake. There's an adult company. They released genital flavored kettle chips. And I posted a picture. One of the bags of potato chips said pussy flavored, and the other one said dick flavored, which leads to all sorts of question. Are you getting Zoe Saldana or Oprah, or are you getting Brad Pitt, or the guy that the truck driver that just did 10 hours of long haul sitting on his balls? This person commented, as a nurse with 30 years of experience who has handled more dicks and coochies than your average whore, trust me. The jumbo-sized coochies are the nastiest. In terms of men, the uncircumcised dicks are the nastiest. So, again, to repeat ourselves for the 1,000th time, to the what were they? They pro uncircumcised,
they were the anti-circumcision,
mafia that came after us.
Yes.
I'm sorry for all your heartache and therapy and the tears you shed when you talk about how you were mutilated as a young boy and you've never been able to enjoy sex. Well, registered nurse, 30 years of experience, just not even talking about circumcision, just nothing to do, just points out that they're fucking dirty and that flap of skin keeps smegma in there that nobody's interested in.
She said that objectively, medically speaking, clinically speaking, your dicks is gross, bro. They're disgusting. They're fucking disgusting. They make me gag through my surgical mask. Now it's filled with vomit and shit.
I almost threw up into my surgical mask. I didn't get to swallow it fast enough.
My cousin Jackie, she died that way. She saw an uncut dick and then she vomited in her surgical mask. She choked on it. She died because of uncut dick. She died.
She folded it back to wash it, and the smell of the smegma just hit her, and it came through the mask because the mask wasn't an N95, and it didn't protect her from the smell of the uncircumcised smegma hiding in the fold of the penis. And
she's allergic to nasty ass dick smell, and that's what that guy had, and now she's dead.
So once again, we are in the right, Jake. We win. And that's right. The anti-circumcision movement loses.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do though. What brand of chips is that?
Let me pull it up right here on my phone. Let me see. Let me turn the volume down.
I know you sent me your comment. I don't know if I got the article here.
No, I didn't send it to you. I'm just saying I did a video of something else. So let's pause. There we go. CHAZZ is the brand. It's an adult Chaz pussy flavor. And here's the best thing about
got
this.
you.
Here's the best thing about this potato chip thing. On the bag of potato chips, it says 18 plus, adults only. So they can't even sell, and it's right next to, you can't see it, but if you it's right next to Diet Coke. So it's like you've got Diet Coke, and then kids can't buy these chips because,
Dude, my kids' generation is gonna be fucked up. You know how we used to steal penthouses out of our dad's sock drawers? Well, they got all the gangbang stuff on their phone. Like when they when they develop thumbs, they're able to see gangbang stuff. So they don't care about that. They're going to be stealing like cock flavored popsicles out of the top shelf in the freezer in the back. They're going to be stealing the dick chips, all of that stuff.
I'm surprised Republicans aren't pro getting this into the hands of kids, so that they can figure out who they are. You know, like if you take a little boy and he likes the cock flavored chips. You know?
No, this would be a Democrat thing. This sounds like some shit that they would do in Portland, to be like, what kind of chip do you like? And that's how you identify.
Yeah. I was thinking more of an authoritarian state where you like a Handmaid's Tale, where, okay, kids, you like a Pepsi challenge, you eat the chips and then you get branded what you are. Like, that's what I was thinking. But I can see your point too. It would be a more like, okay, Timmy likes.
For some reason, I pictured this as like a, I don't know, just a novelty thing that a big chip company was doing. I thought you said Ruffles or something, and I was like, dude, this is wild. Either way, I want to find this company on Twitter and write them angry, mean tweets, just like, I tried your pussy flavored chips. They taste nothing like giving Congolinis. You frauds. How dare you? You know, and just call them fraudsters and stuff. Demand my money back.
As I said, I mean, it's such a wide swath. Again, who are you getting? Are you getting Kate Hudson, or are you getting drawing a blank on her name? Fuck, Misery.
Kathy Bates.
Bates. Who are you getting? Oh, and I made that comment. I said, "Who are you?" And this lady said, "How are you saying that a bigger woman tastes worse?" I'm like, I didn't say taste worse. I just asked who you're getting. You made your own little twisted brain that said that the
somebody was real quick to jump on that defense bandwagon. Huh?
All I did was put out there, I need more information. Who is it? And you said, well, the big girl must be worse. Not me. I didn't say it. You did.
I will say this is marketed to big girl because I've had big girls eat potato chips off of my dong. So it's like that is who's going to do that. That's who it's going to appeal to.
I thought you were going to say I've had big girls eat potato chips while I was down there doing my thing.
Well, that too. You know, it's you're selling carbs and sex. That's who you're going to sell it to is overweight people. That's where we're at. As a
like
country.
The snack.
It's like, listen, people love porn. They love their carbs. I'm going to combine it. Porn carbs. That's what I'm doing. I want to know how they discover this. Was some guy working at the Lay's factory and his supervisor came in and was like, Gary, we're firing you in press. Get your dick back and you stop beating off into the potato chip vats. Stop saying, oh my God, Gary, this thing is delicious. We're giving you a promotion, Gary. This is the greatest potato chip I've ever had.
I don't have a line for it, but in my brain, I'm thinking of a Reese's peanut butter cup moment from back in the day where they're like, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter in my chocolate. It tastes great. Like, that's the same thing with pussy and potato chips. I don't know how they did it, but they had a Reese's peanut butter cup moment. All right, we are out of time. The timer's clicking down. Visit JakeVevra.com.
So it's all about doing. If you get the chips pansexual style, you crush them both up together and put some guac on it. Yeah. That's how it's done.
Well, someone I left a comment said, what if the kid is undecided and just keeps eating chips trying to figure out, you know, which they like
mix
more.
And match.
And we got obesity. Now we're making fat kids. All right. Visit JakeVevra.com. Visit NathanTimmel.com. Email us. Send us comments on our videos on YouTube. If your comment is provocative enough, we will mention it on air.
I'm going to take some of those dick chips and switch them with people's regular chips at work or something. Like if they got chips open, I'm going to empty their Lay's out and then put in dick chips. Oh, dude, this doesn't taste like Cool Ranch. It tastes like dick. I'm going to show them the bag like, it was dick.
They're going to say, this tastes like dick. You're going to go, busted. Yeah. It's a way of outing your coworkers.
There we go.
All right. Goodbye, my friend.
Later.